Spring has sprung and there are so many new fruits to enjoy in the coming months.
Oh, it looks so good in here. We're so happy to have you to guide us through what fruits are best this time of year. Aaron Mittelstadt, CEO of The Fruit Guys. We're so thrilled. California is so abundant, and this is beautiful, all from Mother Nature. We're starting with the berries.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Spring is an interesting time for fruit because it's really a transition season. We're seeing citrus wind down, and we're seeing the berry season really start. And it always starts with strawberries. We're so lucky here in California. We can get local strawberries almost year-round. When you're looking for strawberries, you're looking for that great red color, red all over. And you're looking for leaves that are nice and green. When they start to get dried or a little wrinkly, it means the berries maybe not quite as fresh.
Okay.
These other berries we have, the blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, you'll see more of these locally as we move into May and June. These are fantastic berries, and they're actually grown by a farmer who uses hoop houses. So they're little tunnels that protects the plants, and it allows the season to be longer. These are fantastic eating berries right now. When you store them, you want to make sure they go in the fridge. They need to stay cool, keep moisture away, and wait to wash them. Wash them right before you use them because any extra moisture can really break them down faster.
Is there a point when it's okay to put, like, in fact, the blueberries in the freezer?
Of course,
okay.
Yeah, especially if you're at the height of the season, you have too many, you're not going to eat them. You can put them on a baking sheet and dry them sort of in a single layer or freeze them in a single layer. And then once they're frozen after 6 to 8 hours, you can put them in a bag and save them. But berries freeze really well, great for smoothies. It's good to do that in the height of the season where they're going to have the best flavor.
Now, everyone's talking about our next item, especially Sam and our producers. There's a viral component to these finger limes.
Yeah, finger limes are fantastic. They're so fun. They're originally from Australia, but they've been growing in California for about 15 years. You might hear them called caviar limes or citrus caviar, and the reason is because when you cut them open or pop them open, there are these tiny pearls on the inside, not unlike caviar. They taste quite different, though. They're going to taste like limes. They're going to pop in your mouth. And people use these in a way that you might use limes, so on top of ceviche or tacos. We were talking before this segment about just putting them in sparkling water as a way to add some lime flavor. So you can eat them right out of the pod, but they are going to be a bit tart.
So do you break them open? Like, how do you
break
eat
them open, or do you just drop the whole thing in the sparkling water?
You do want to cut them open to really get the pods and the pearls out.
I
slice them, and then you just squeeze them out so they pop out like that. It's a little fun. And you can just plop them right in the water. You can bite them open too, but they can be a little tough, so I definitely recommend a knife.
All right, good to know, because we see them all over social. People saying it looks like you said, caviar, fish eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
But nice and tart.
Yes.
Now to one of my favorite regions of Southern California, Ojai, and these are the Ojai Pixie Tangerines.
Yes, and as the name suggests, they are grown in Ojai. They tend to be a little smaller. They are tangerines, but they are seedless. Super easy to peel, really sweet. They're one of the last items in citrus season of this size, and they're just delicious. They're fantastic. They usually last through May or June. You might see that there's some greening on here. Don't worry about that color. What happens in the winter is if we didn't get enough cool nights, they don't orange up as well. So the green doesn't affect the taste. It just means it stayed hotter during the winter in the orchards.
Good to know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because at the store you assume like, oh, maybe that one's not ripe enough or something like that. Amazing.
Still perfectly great to eat, and these hold up really well. All of the citrus I store on my counter. It can go in the refrigerator, and if you're not going to eat the grapefruit or the caracaras for a while, put them in the fridge. They'll hold up for a couple of weeks. But I find citrus is juiciest when it's at room temperature.
And these are the caracaras.
These are the caracaras. This is my favorite orange. It's a really interesting orange because it's a natural mutation of a navel orange. So a lot of times they hybridize fruit to make new varieties. This one was actually found in Venezuela, growing naturally. It's seedless. It is very sweet, very juicy. It has this beautiful pink inside. So it's going to be less acidic and sweeter than some other oranges you might have.
Almost looks like a blood orange.
It does, yes, but it's not quite as tart. Blood oranges have that soury finish. This is going to be much sweeter.
And now to the Star Ruby grapefruit.
Yes. So I got to be honest, grapefruit is not my favorite.
Okay.
But if I'm going to eat a grapefruit, this is the one I'm going to eat because it is very sweet. Again, it has this beautiful pink color on the outside. We have this nice pink blush on the outside, and it's again sweeter. It's not like a white grapefruit that's very tart. It still has that grapefruit texture and taste, but it has a much sweeter finish to it.
It is picture perfect. Look at that. And
Last but not least,
We love the avocado.
speaking of California love,
Right, you can't be in California and not talk about avocados.
Yeah.
We are so lucky to have all different kinds. I brought 2 kinds today. This is the Hass avocado, which we are all very familiar with. This is the avocado we eat most. It turns this sort of dark or blacker color when it's ripening. But I wanted to bring something different as well. This is a Zutano avocado. It's a winter avocado, so it's available from December until about now. This is the end of the season. You can see it's a smoother skin.
Yeah, totally different.
Right, so it's not as bumpy. It will stay green, so even as it ripens, it doesn't get this black color. You can see even the seed is a little different. It's a little larger. This is a different taste profile too. It's going to be much more mild. Might even taste a little more watery, less creamy. A lot of farmers use this tree in their orchards because it actually helps the Hass avocados grow better. It pollinates the Hass trees. So a lot of people have both of these, but if you're looking for just something different to try, or maybe something before the Hasses are available, because now is when we start to see more of those, the Zutano is another option.
so they're not competing, they're working together.
Right, and like a lot of our fruit, you know, we see the season start in Southern California and move north, and then we see varieties overlap. So you might start with one variety like the Zutano, and then a farmer will have another one like the Hass, and they keep moving through as the season progresses.
A wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
I would have not known that this stayed green.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I would have just let it sit there on the counter thinking this thing's not ripening.
Exactly. That's why we always
to
want
know.
to give it the little squeeze, make sure it has a little softness in our hand. We don't want to poke it, it'll bruise it, and then we know it's ready to go.
A wealth of information.
Yeah. Erin, thank you so much. For more information on the Fruit Guys, go to their website and follow them on social media, fruitguys.com or Fruit Guys.
Thanks
I
for
know
coming
Sam's
in.
going to definitely be
Oh,
following.
yeah.